Today, I decided to try Ali Abdaal productivity techniques. Ali Abdaal is a famous YouTuber who gained his audience through the insane productivity mindset. He talks about productivity systems, productivity books, productivity tips, and even his fans are making laugh about his productivity obsession in the comments. But today, it's my turn to be productive. Over the last year, I thoroughly studied Ali Abdaal's content, and today I'm ready to tell you about his productivity techniques and grade them from 1 to 5, where 1 is useless and 5 is really helpful. Remember, however, that this is my opinion and stuff that works for me might not necessarily work for you. But anyway, here is a screenshot from Ali Productivity Dashboard, and here are the techniques we'll focus on today. To-do list, time blocking, 2-minute rule, Pomodoro Technique, deadlines, and the 6th one will literally be the key to the entire equation. It's a beautiful weather outside, so how about we go out, do some journaling, and talk about the first productivity technique on the list. Alright guys, I made it to the pool, and before we do some journaling, let's start with the first productivity technique in this video, to-do list.
Okay, let's see my to-do list. Go to work, go to work, go to work, go to work.
When it comes to how I personally use it, it helps me to stay on top of the things during the day rather than just drift throughout the day. And besides that, it's just satisfying to cross something off the list when you complete the task. Usually I write my to-do list in Notion, but for the sake of this video, let's do it on this little card. Alright, we have today's to-do list. The first thing on the list I want to do today is film this YouTube video. Next thing I want to do, I want to study some Spanish. I've been slacking recently and that Duolingo board literally hates me right now. Another thing I want to accomplish today is record some short form videos for my Instagram and YouTube, so we'll put record for short form videos. Workout in the gym, and the last thing on the list is to create some fun art. I recently got a Photoshop pack with some gradient overlays, and here's the Harry Potter thing I created.
You're a wizard, Harry.
So today I want to try something new as well. And it is as simple as that. The moment you're starting your to-do list in the morning, you are getting into that planning mode rather than reactive mode during the day. And you're gaining the ability to plan what you want to do during the day and what you want to achieve. So for me personally, to-do list gets the highest grade, 5 out of 5. And now we have some journaling time to do. Journaling is not one of the techniques from this list, but I absolutely love it. Besides the main benefits we all know about, like track progress and growth, gain self-confidence, improve writing and communication skills, etc, etc, it just helps me to see the bigger picture and what direction of life I'm heading towards. If I see that I'm a bit off course, I can analyze it and correct it. Anyway, it's getting a bit too warm outside, so let's get back inside and continue with Ali's productivity techniques. Now, as we have our to-do list ready, there's a second productivity technique that Ali mentions in his videos a lot. It's called time blocking, and it's basically opening your calendar and assigning a block of time towards a certain task. So let's do it together now and see how it goes. First, we're gonna open the Google Calendar, that's what I'm using, and filming this YouTube video will take different chunks of today, so let's skip this one. But then we have study Spanish for 20 minutes, and this is a perfect example. And I think we can do it today from 4 p.m. to 4:20 p.m. Next, we want to record 4 short form videos, and that should take about 30 minutes with preparation, so maybe we can do it from 3:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. right before the Spanish class. And right after the Spanish class, we can hit the gym, which is another item on our to-do list, so we can do it from, let's say, 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. And finally, we have a task to create some fun art on our to-do list, and I can set it sometime from like 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, it all looks fancy and dandy. We have everything time blocked and we know exactly when and what we're gonna do today. However, there's one but. No matter how many times I tried these techniques, it just doesn't seem to stick with me. See, the problem is, if one or few tasks take a bit less or a bit more time during the day, all the following time blocks are gonna be skewed. Let's say that I'm having a stuffed nose today, and instead of recording short form videos for 30 minutes, it will take me an hour. This will mean that I cannot start studying Spanish at 4 p.m, neither I can go to the gym at 4:30 p.m, because one task took a bit longer and all the other ones are skewed. However, I think time blocking is awesome for the people who procrastinate a lot and cannot sit down and complete one task. If you have all day free and just want to go to the gym, it's so easy to set a time block from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and just hit the gym that time. Now, you know exactly what time you're gonna be busy exactly and when and what you're gonna be doing something. All that being said, time boxing gets 3 out of 5 from me. Now, before we go to the script writing for some short form videos, there's another one little productivity technique that Ali mentions in his videos a lot. It's called 2-minute rule. And the basic idea of this technique is that if the task takes less than 2 minutes to do, you should do it right now. And if it takes longer, you should write it down and do it sometime later. So my partner Aurora asked me to water some plants. I know that it's gonna take less than 2 minutes, so let's do it right now. There's no real point to spend time and write it into to-do list, but I would rather complete this task really quick and get back to my day schedule. This productivity technique number 3 gets 5 out of 5 from me. Alright guys, just going to the coffee shop right now. I decided to bike there to get some exercise done. But yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna do some script writing for the short form videos, as well as discuss the productivity technique number 4. But also, look how beautiful the view is. It's such a sunny weather, such a beautiful day with a view of mountains, like fantastic. Hello. Good, how are you? Iced latte.
Yeah. What size?
Medium, please. Alright. We're all set up and ready to go, and the productivity technique number 4 that we're going to talk about in this video, it's called Pomodoro Technique. And the idea behind this method is that if the person works in a burst of 25 minutes and then take 5-minute break, he can reach an ultimate productivity. So I brought my laptop with me. We're gonna do some script writing for the short form content and we'll see if it works. So let's start the first 25-minute burst of work. All right, it's 11:11, so the first break we're gonna take is gonna be at 11:36. Alright, I think it's 11:36 now, so it's been 25 minutes. We're done with the first burst of work of that 25 minutes that I was talking about. I wrote some scripts for the short form videos. Let's take our 5-minute break, and I'm thinking we can brainstorm through some fun ideas for the Photoshop project today, for the design project that we have on our to-do list. So I went to the movies yesterday to the new part of the Hunger Games. I absolutely love the story of Hunger Games, so they recently came up with a new part. I think it's called The Ballad of Snakes and Mockingbird or something like this. I don't remember exactly. But basically, I think that the fun project that I want to do tonight should be related to that. And the new part was about the prehistory of President Snow. If you know, you know. So I'm thinking to create something. Let me show the screen what I'm looking at. I'm thinking about creating something that will show his young character right here, where he was kind of innocent, and then his older self, where he became a dictator. So I think to contrast those two images somehow, and I think it can be a cool project. And the 5 minute is up now, so let's get back to the work. I'm gonna do a few more of those bursts, so I'm planning to sit here for like 2.5 hours, and then the next scene I'm gonna give a conclusion on this productivity theory. Alright, it's been about almost 2 hours. We got some work done, and here are a few of my observations about Pomodoro Technique. First of all, I think it's a cool idea. I mean, you're deeply focusing for 25 minutes, but then you can take a short break and get back to that focus again, right? But instead of helping me, in my opinion, I rather found it distracting, because as soon as I was getting into that workflow, I needed to take a 5-minute break, and then when I started to work again, I needed to regain that momentum. That being said, Pomodoro gets only 2 out of 5 from me on the grade scale, and now I'm gonna pack and get back home to record some of those short form videos we did the script for. Alright, it's 3:30 p.m, we got home, got the script done, so it's time to film some short form videos now. Recordings are done, so let's get our to-do list and proudly cross it off. If you were ever dealing with the content in your life, you probably know that recording is just one part of the equation, but then comes the editing part. And that's where I see content creators tend to procrastinate the most. Which brings us to productivity technique number 5, deadlines. I honestly feel that setting deadlines for your projects is essential if you want to become more productive. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to exaggerate and set a deadline to figure out how to go to Mars by the end of the day today. But setting a reasonable deadlines that will push you a little bit and motivate you to complete the task is crucial. So let's open our database in Notion and add the project to edit those short form videos we just recorded and set a deadline for this project. So let's open Notion first, and then we can go to our projects tab that you can see on the left. Let's create a new project. We just need to click new and then edit short form content videos, and then you can see a lot of features that we can add. So sector, this is solo media, so this is my editing company. The client, we're not going to pick the client because it's for myself. The content type is going to be short form editing, and due date, that's where the deadline kicks in. So I'm thinking that I'm going to have a free day tomorrow, so I think by the end of tomorrow there's going to be a reasonable deadline. So we're just going to say November 24th, and then the priority is medium because we still have some time to do it. And then if we're going to go to the tab with all the projects, you can see that every project that I completed had some sort of deadline assigned to it. As I said, I think deadlines are absolutely essential, so we're thanking Ali for this technique, giving it 5 out of 5, and now it's time to study some Spanish and then going to hit the gym. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien, gracias.
Profesor.
Maestro.
Alright guys, by this point in the video you saw all 5 productivity techniques, but there is one more thing Ali talks about all the time, yet a lot of people seem to be missing this point. Last on the list, but definitely not least, enjoy the journey. Look, at the end of the day, it all comes down to the fact either you like what you're doing or not. You can become the most productive accountant in the world, but what's even the point if you will absolutely hate your job? Nothing against accountants here, we need you guys. It's great if you can figure out how to be productive, but it's equally or even more important to find something that you really like doing or are interested about. So enjoying the journey gets 10 out of 5 from me. I hope you guys like this video. We recently made another productivity video about the apps that I have on my phone that help me to do more stuff within less time, so make sure to check it out. If you enjoyed this video, I would deeply appreciate if you leave it a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.